Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Christmas at the Crafty Cove. My name's Missy. I am so excited to have y'all today. If you haven't already, I'd be so honored if you would hit that subscribe button and become a part of our Crafty Cove family. Hey y'all, so today we're going to be working on some tiered tray decor. I got this little cutout from a store local to me called the Mighty Dollar, and I just go ahead and paint the bottom part of that with 2 coats of Waverly white chalk paint. Then I take my little Sharpie pen here, and I just go around the edges just to give those indents, like to make it look like glass, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint the top part of the jar, the lid, with some gray chalk paint and do the same exact thing with my Sharpie marker. I did forget to show you all that me putting this decal on, but we all know how that works. I got that off Cricut Design Space, and I will try to remember to link that in the description box below. Next, I just cut off a piece of fabric from the Mighty Dollar, or I'm sorry, from the Dollar Tree in black and red gingham. Put that around the mouth of the jar, make a super simple finger bow, and put that right in the middle of that gingham there. Y'all, this turned out so cute, and I'm so loving the red and white this year for some reason. I just think it looks so fresh. After that, we go ahead and put on a tumbling tower block since this will be on a tiered tray. And that's it. Look how stinking cute. So for our next craft, I just went and cut up a popsicle stick in varying sizes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all down, and I'm going to go ahead and paint them all with 2 coats of Waverly white chalk paint. And when we get that finished, we're going to take one full popsicle stick and stain it with some brown antique wax. Sorry about my camera angle here. I was working on a different angle. Once we get that finished, all of those little pieces of wood of the popsicle sticks are going to get a word on them. And I spelled out a very Merry Christmas and put the A, of course, on the smaller one, and so on and so on. These were very, very little words, but it does work. Just take your time when you're weeding and you'll be able to get it. After that, I did take a little gold star that I made and put it on the top of my popsicle stick. Unfortunately, it doesn't show that much, but it's still very cute. Next, we are just going to put them all in order the way they go and glue them down. And then I didn't show you all, but I just put them in a tiny little mug from the Hobby Lobby with some straw down in it. And this is how it turns out. I love it. So I decided I wanted a little house for my tray, and I didn't find anything that went exactly with the decor. So I decided to make my own. So I'm going to take 2 of these Dollar Tree planks and wood planks, and I'm just going to cut them in half. I'm going to cut one in half, and those pieces will stay. The other one I'll cut in half, and one of those pieces I'll cut in half again. I hope that makes sense. I will try to remember to leave a link to my saw in the description box below. My husband got this for me when we were traveling so I could use it in the hotel rooms, and I'm still using it to this day, even with a big table saw outside. So once we've got all of our pieces cut, now we are just going to assemble the outline of our house. I'm putting the walls on the bottom right now. And those other 2 smaller pieces I'm going to take and make a pitched roof out of those. I just had to put something underneath that one side to hold it until I was ready to glue the 2 sides together. Next, I'm going to take a piece of foam board from the Dollar Tree. I started to trace the inside of it, but I need the outside. So I'm just going to trace the outside of this house 2 times because I need a piece for the front and for the back. I could have probably done this with more of the wood planks, but I just thought this would be simpler. So then we're just going to cut them out, and we're going to glue them to the house frame. One on the front and one on the back. Now, don't worry about the foam edges. We're going to take care of those in just a little while. Right now it looks messy, and I won't lie. At this point, I was almost ready to just give up and be like, nope, this isn't going to work. But I kept at it. So then I'm going to go ahead and stain the roof with some antique wax and just get that all done up and just get it to the color that I wanted. After that, we're going to paint the two sides, which are the actual wood planks, with one coat of white chalk paint on either side. Then what we're going to do is we are going to use some scrapbook paper that I fell in love with, and I know this has to be from the Hobby Lobby because that's where I buy all my scrapbook paper. We're going to cut out two pieces the same size, and I'm just going to use my purple glue stick to glue these on, and this has held up great. I've had no trouble with bubbling, with it trying to peel off or anything like that. So that will be the front and the back of our house. After that, again, I did not like those foam edges. So we're just going to take some garland that I got. I think this garland is from the Hobby Lobby, or not garland, pieces, whatever they are. I'm pretty sure this one is from the Hobby Lobby. And I just go all the way around the house. Anywhere that you can see those unfinished foam edges, I go ahead and cover up with the garland. And then I decide I'm going to do it around again, but where it's more on the house and not just up in the foam pieces. So on the front and the back and the sides, again, I go all the way around the house just to get that covered up and make it look a little more finished. I did forget to show you all, I cut out a door with vinyl on my Cricut. I just went ahead and put that right on there, and now we're just going to take another piece of that garland and we're going to make us a wreath. We're going to glue that right on the top, and then I just made a super simple finger bow with some ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I love the contrast of the kind of plaid on the house and the polka dots on the ribbon. I thought that turned out so cute. I'm so glad that I made my own because this goes perfectly with my tray. What do y'all think? So for this project, you're going to need 12 tumbling tire blocks. You're going to glue 2 of them end to end, and you're going to do that 6 times. So you'll actually, 6 times, sorry. You'll actually have 6 sets of 2. After we get all of those glued together end to end, then we're going to take 2 sets and glue them side to side. So I hope that makes sense. You can see here what I'm doing. We're just gluing them, and I'm really pressing. I'm making a faux book stack for my tiered tray, and I wanted it to be a smaller one. So after we get all of those glued together, we're going to take 2 sets and paint those in crimson red chalk paint by Waverly. And then on the other one, we're going to do it just with white chalk paint, any kind. It doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter what kind of red you use in either. You don't even have to use chalk paint if you don't want to. But we're getting all those painted. Once they're dry, completely dry, I went ahead and printed off some words on my Cricut, or cut out some words on my Cricut. Cookies, cocoa, and Santa. And I'm telling y'all, these looked impossible to me. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get those weeded and get those off the vinyl. But I did. You can do it. Just take your time in weeding and pulling the excess vinyl off. So after we get all those words on there, we're just going to stack them up. Christmas goes on the bottom, cocoa goes in the middle, and cookies goes right on top. After all those are glued together, I'm just going to take some more of that red and white ribbon from the Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to go around the book stack. Sorry, my husband called me right there, so I had to take a little phone call in the middle of crafting. After we get that all the way around, then we're going to take some black and white gingham, also from Hobby Lobby, and we're just going to go right over that. This is a smaller ribbon, so you can still see both ribbons on that piece. Then I'm going to take some jute twine. We are just going to make a really simple finger bow and glue that again right on top of that ribbon there. And you can see that I've got a small bottle brush tree. I'm sure that came from the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to glue that on there, and that's it. Super, super simple. A faux book stack for your tiered tray. And I think it turned out absolutely adorable. I told y'all this was a longer video, but now we're going to take one of these little plaques from the Dollar Tree, paint it with 2 coats of white chalk paint on the front and the back, and then I just go ahead and paint all of the edges with some red or some of that crimson. And then I'm going to go around the edges. This is super, super simple. You're taking a piece from the Dollar Tree that was undone, and to me, making it into something that is just beautiful for your tiered tray, which is why I love the Dollar Tree. Then I just put a decal on it that says Mrs. Claus Bakery, and that's it, y'all. How stinking cute is this? And I think it goes perfectly with my tiered tray decor today. For this one, I am taking one of the rolling pins. This one I got from, I believe I got this from Amazon, and I'm just going to paint the bottom part of it, or the middle part of it, with 2 coats of white chalk paint. After I get that finished, I'm going to paint the handles with more of that crimson. This is such an easy project. Again, taking something that is completely blank and just making it your own with a little bit of paint, some ribbon, a decal, but you can make it to match your own decor. So we're going to do both ends with the crimson. I just took a little decal that I made that says North Pole Bakery, and we are just going to stick that right on there. It does have a couple of gingerbread on there, but I love how this entire tiered tray turned out with the colors, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful, and I really think these are things that you would buy in a store. But if people come in your home, I really don't think they would realize that you made them, unless they know you like they know me. Because everyone always asks when they come to my house, did you make that? But anyway, so now we're going to take some black and white gingham, wrap it around one end of the rolling pin. We're going to make just a super simple shoestring bow out of the same gingham, glue that right on, and y'all, that's it. Look how stinking cute this turned out. Definitely could have been bought in a store or at a craft show. For this next one, I'm taking some of these like Scrabble letters that I got from the Dollar Tree a long time ago. And I couldn't find all the letters I wanted. I tried to make a Y on one of the backs and it didn't work. So I'm just going to take them all and paint them all with 2 good coats of white chalk paint. Again, you don't have to use chalk paint. You can use any kind of acrylic paint you want. Once those are all done and dry, I spelled out the word bakery on my Cricut and cut those out. And I'm going to put 1 letter on each of the blocks. And then after that, I'm taking 3 tumbling tower blocks. We're going to glue these together end to end. And I'm going to go ahead and paint these with the crimson Waverly chalk paint all around, fronts, back, sides, everywhere. After that, I'm going to get one of my other saws out. Again, I will try to link these in the comments. And cut down a really thin dowel rod to the size I need. And we're going to go ahead and paint that with crimson also. After that, we are going to take this dowel rod and we're going to glue it on the back portion of the top. I hope that makes sense. You can see where I'm gluing it. We're just making a little like Scrabble sign that says bakery. After that, I am just going to glue all of my letters on there. And the reason I did 3 tumbling tower blocks is because 2 of these squares will fit on each tumbling tower block. And since the word bakery has 6 letters in it, that's how we did that. And y'all, that's it. This is so adorable. I love how it turned out. And so, so, so simple. So for our next DIY, we're going to use 4 regular popsicle sticks. And off of these 4, I'm going to cut the ends off of each one. Just one end. We're going to leave one end rounded. And then we're going to stick them together end to end. And we're going to use one of these smaller popsicle sticks to make them stay together. We are making a little ladder. And so these are the sides of our ladder here. After we get that finished, we're taking these other mini popsicle sticks. I love these things. They have them at Walmart and they are so nice to use on projects like this, so you don't have to cut popsicle sticks down if you don't want to. So right now we're just making the rungs of our ladder. I think I end up with 6 rungs possibly. I'm not positive, but I think that's what I end up with. After that, we're going to go ahead and just paint all of this crimson, front, back, all the way in between the ladder, all of that. Just get it all painted up. When that dries, we're going to take some white chalk paint, and I'm just going to go through and kind of dry brush just to give it the look of maybe some snow or some aging, whatever you want to call it. I love to distress things, so this was an easy distress for me. Then I'm going to take a piece of garland from the Dollar Tree and we are going to wrap it through just around one side of the ladder. We're going to cut off that bottom piece, but that top piece that's a little extra, we're just going to wrap around. Then I'm just going to take another piece of garland. This piece is from the Hobby Lobby. You can see the difference in them. One is kind of bushy, which is the Dollar Tree one, and the other one is the Hobby Lobby one. We're just going to make a circle to make us a little wreath, glue that right on. I'm going to decorate a little bit with some faux berries that I have in my stash, which all of this stuff is in my stash. I bought nothing new to make any of these DIYs today. I want a bow, but that one was just too big, so I just decided to go ahead and make a bow out of the black and white gingham that I got from Hobby Lobby. We're just making a super simple, again, shoestring bow, and that's it. I love how this piece turned out. I'm loving this entire tiered tray. Y'all, make sure you let me know in the comments what you think below. I always love during the holidays that Dollar Tree puts out these little cutout words. I find so many uses for them. And today, it's a super simple use. I'm not even putting this on anything. I am just going to paint it up. I paint all the letters with white chalk paint, 2 good coats, and I get in between all of the letters also as much as I can. Then I'm going to take my crimson again. Oh, and I do paint the little ball on the hat white also. Then I take my crimson and I go ahead and paint the hat red, and that bottom swirly line underneath the word, I go ahead and do that red too. I just wanted to give it another pop of red. And then I just took a little piece of scatter, like table scatter. It was gold and it was glittered from the Dollar Tree. Stuck that right on that snowball. And I stuck this on top of my tiered tray, like where the little ring is that holds the tray together. And it is so cute and so cheap and easy. So if y'all have been with my channel for long, you know I have made these in the past. But I couldn't find them when I started getting out my Christmas decor, so I decided just to make some more. I'm taking a carrot cutout and an acorn cutout from the Dollar Tree. two of these little knob pulls from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to glue those right in the middle of the carrot and the acorn. I'm going to take some strings out of a mop from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to cut those in half. And now we're just going to start layering them. We are making gnomes. We do the same exact thing for both. I think I show you both the carrot and the acorn until I get to the hats, and I only do one hat and show you that. But anyway, I do probably 5 or 6 pieces underneath the knob, and then I do 3 or 4 pieces above the knob. I do the same exact thing for each one. I don't show you later, but I do cut it down quite a bit, just because they were way too long. And I do unravel these. After I get them all glued on, I go ahead and unravel them so they look more like hair than just mop strings. And this turns out so cute. Like I said, I've made these for fall before, but I had to have some Christmas gnomes. So we went ahead and did these. So there they are with them all unwound and frayed out. Now I'm just taking a piece of Dollar Tree material, making a triangle with a rounded edge or rounded bottom. I do one in black and red and one in black and white. And I'm going to start gluing this together. You just glue the side together. Do not glue the bottom. After you get it glued together like this right here, flip it over and glue again. Just because I always cut my hats way too big, so I always have to size them down with hot glue. But you know, no big deal. So after we get all that finished, we're going to stick them right onto our gnome. And I'm going to start gluing. But first, I always forget the seam when I am making these. And I always have to do the seam at the very last. So I'm just making a little seam right here at the end, at the bottom of the hat, just so it'll fit nicely over my little carrot and my acorn. So I'm just going to stick that on there. I glue it to my nose. I glue it in the middle on the front and also on the back. You'll see here I just put some hot glue, glue it down, and then I glue it to the top of my nose. On this one I decided to go ahead and put a little piece of that garland around it, and I just around the bottom of the hat I just glue that on there. And then I make a super simple shoestring bow. Again, this time I make, let's see, I don't even remember. I think I use the black and white gingham on this one, and then I use another ribbon on the other one. Sorry guys, this is such a long video. I'm not used to this much talking on a video, so I'm getting tongue-tied at this. So anyway, the other hat is made the exact same way, just with black and white buffalo check, and this is how they turn out. Oh, I do put a tumbling tower block on the back just to hold them steady on my tray. Okay, y'all, another super simple one. I'm just taking this door ornament that I got from the Dollar Tree a year or two ago. I am going to take a little piece of garland. We are going to make it into a circle and turn it into a wreath. So once I get it at the size that I want, I'm going to go ahead and we are just going to glue that right on there. After we glue that on there, I'm going to take this little piece. It's like a square that I got from, I probably got it from Hobby Lobby in a, like one of those wood packs where you just get all different shapes. But then again, it could have came from the dollar store or Dollar Tree. I'm not really sure. It was in my stash and it was perfect for what I needed. So we're going to take this little square and we're going to paint it with 2 coats of white chalk paint. And after that dries, I'm just going to put a decal on it that says Merry Christmas. And we are going to use this for a sign for our wreath. Another thing that would be really cute is if you wanted to give this away as a gift, you could put like the family's name, like the Netherys, and established at the year they were married or something like that. That would make a really cute gift, in my opinion. You just stick that right down there, and then we're going to go ahead and take our black and white gingham ribbon. We're going to go ahead and make a super simple shoestring bow, and we're going to stick that right on the wreath, and that is all. Again, these were all super simple DIYs, or most of them were, but honestly, I could see the Dollar Tree selling these things. And yeah, it probably cost me a lot more than what I could make, or it cost me a lot more to make than what I could buy some of them. But I turned them all into colors and styles that I have in my decor so that it will match my home. At the end, I do go ahead and put a tumbling tower block on the back of this because, again, it will be sitting on a tiered tray, and I just want to make sure that everything is steady and can stand. Y'all let me know about this one in the comments below. Okay, y'all, here we are at the final reveal. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. These were some super simple DIYs. I love how they turned out. My husband even came in and commented on them and how great they look. I'm so appreciative of him and all of you for joining me on my journey here on YouTube. It means so much to me. And yes, they are homemade and they're going to have flaws. But you know what? That's okay by me. They are in my home where I know that I am loved and I know that I love the people around me. So I'm just excited to share them with you. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thanks for watching. Y'all come back now. You hear?